try to intrude. Push the multitude. You cook the accused. What you got them confused? Slow, you gon' pay the price. Best up the item you choose. Many ties in the culture. Hit you with them K Ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost get the usher. No, I can't push it. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing sorta. Falling out through the rubber. Remember this shit jump at the top. I was young.
Well, you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years. Waiting for your shot, so I made a decision. Neither one of you will be starting.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. It is time for the kickoff classic and a new season of college football underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go. His first collegiate snap. What a spot as the Tigers come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Pearson. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. Yeah, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 17.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pearson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Kelly trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down. Right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Pearson. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Pearson. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown from 6 yards away. And LSU has taken the early lead. Well, Coach O'Brien, he could not have asked for a better start for this offense, getting a score on their opening possession. And I guess maybe that justifies the call he made with which quarterback to start.
I'm just wondering, from everything we heard this offseason, what do you think, partner? Did he flip a coin about who would start?
about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Pearson, complete to Kelly. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Kelly. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice throw there by the junior quarterback who gets his first start today. And we talked with head coach Red O'Brien earlier. Boy, Charles, he keeps his cards pretty close to the vest.
Well, certainly indicative of a guy who until recently was the defensive coordinator. And you know what it's like for those guys. They want every bit of information in order to prepare their team. But in this case, I think now as a head coach, he gave both of these quarterbacks equal time with the starters during practice.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys have taken... They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. It's a foot race. 30, the 20, the 10. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. A.J. McGrath, 97 yards. On first down, Pearson. Oh, that was dangerous.
Pearson's pass.
Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
48-yard
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off play action. Pearson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. An 18-yard touchdown grab. They'll start out here with the option left. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On the delay, it's Kelly. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I tell you, you look around the college football landscape, and there's some really good running backs this year. The draft projections really littered with that.
And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And LSU adds on to that. First down. It's Kelly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. LSU with a 1st and 10. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Ducks 14.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So they'll run on first down. Kelly. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 20. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Pearson. That's caught by Kelly. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Kelly, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Pearson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holmes. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field, his ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his feet, quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now when he comes on the field. And that's what you like because you know Coach O'Brien's background is defense. And as a defensive coordinator, what drives him crazy? Quarterbacks that can move.
But the coaches even said to us, Charles, that at times he reminds them of a running back.
Yeah, and they don't want to say it very loudly and take all the motivation away from this young man. But if they had to move him to running back full time, they'd be very confident that he'd be a good one.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and goal, LSU. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Pearson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Well, Charles, here we are in the 4th quarter, and they've got a pretty comfortable lead here. You know, Coach O'Brien, as we talked about, he made those statements about his plans to possibly rotate the quarterbacks, but we have not seen any sign of Tommy Matthews.
And we certainly expected to see him. Look, you and I both sat in there, partner, with Coach O'Brien, and he indicated that he planned to rotate quarterbacks to find out what he had. But with the play that he's seen here, he's like any head coach. He reserves the right to change his mind. And maybe he knew a little bit more than he was willing to tell us. That maybe Tommy Matthews is exactly in his favor, especially considering the lead they have now, and he still hasn't gone to the bench.
12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. An 18-yard touchdown. The drive will start with an option going left. He will go down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Check 59, Mike.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it.
And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
The quarterback on the keeper.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Operating from the gun, Pearson, and caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Today's final score, Tigers 62, Ducks 14.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh, this whole thing again? Are you...
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Oregon Ducks taking on the LSU Tigers. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. Now Barrett. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 16 at the 19-yard line.
He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Ferguson, the ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, Pearson. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown LSU. Mason Thibodeau, 64 yards. And LSU has taken the early lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way. It takes it for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run with Ferguson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Buying time. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A nice throw there. Coach O'Brien, when you look at his quarterback position, he's got 2 great options, but opting to go with a hot hand, leaving Tommy Matthews on the sideline to start this semifinal.
And throughout this season, they've had a little bit of what we would call the carousel approach at quarterback. But when they've made changes, Tommy Matthews has made the most of his time under center. But both of these quarterbacks are undefeated, and we know why. This defense has played so well throughout the season, and we know how loyal they are to their head coach because he was their former defensive coordinator. Now they just got to figure out who's going to guide this team.
And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And LSU adds on to their advantage. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see in the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side,
pressure comes and down he goes.
Somebody's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
LSU Tigers 14, Ducks nothing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake, Barrett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barrett. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On first down, Callum, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And LSU adds on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might... The ball comes out. And as the defense hit it, they do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Operating from the gun. Pearson. That's got it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. Kelvin Brooks there to make the grab. And LSU adds on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so quick.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That's 7 yards. Another 3 and out.
Oregon's punter out on the field as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, LSU. From the gun, Pearson. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. He will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A big play there. 47 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back in trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Barrett, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Ferguson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
LSU takes over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. LSU fans saying, hey, Tommy who right now, they're pretty happy. They lead big as we reach halftime. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36.
The LSU offense already up and at the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. And now look at him go. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A big play there. 64 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start out with a run by Ferguson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, Ferguson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
39-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Kelly. There's some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The 12-yard line.
Now Kelly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
To throw on third down, Pearson. Eluding the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score the LSU Tigers 49, Ducks nothing.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as they're dropped. Will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oregon's punter out on the field as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. LSU with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running play.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown from 4 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one.
This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last 2 games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. So get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Barrett is going to find his running back. It's complete.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to their football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Complete to Myers, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. He finds Myers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he will score. Touchdown Ducks. Quintez Anderson, 26 yards. And his guys are able to get a score back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
His kick.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
LSU takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all over.
They use the timeouts here. It's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So on the strength of 5 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the LSU Tigers are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game. It's the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers. The pressure perhaps getting to this young quarterback as LSU trails at the break. Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. I'll keep you up. first down. It's Kelly, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
5-yard line.
From the gun, Pearson. Caught left side, Bennett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And now, folks, we are getting confirmation on what we heard earlier about quarterback Tommy Matthews. He will not be returning to this football game.
And he started in this one after having not started in the semifinal, but they've gone back and forth all year long. And now with Tommy Matthews ruled out for the rest of the game, a national championship now rests on the shoulders of his high school teammate and friend. He gets his opportunity to put a ring on the fingers of his teammates.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good for another LSU first down. First down and goal to go.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. Throwing on first down. Pearson. And a quick throw here that's complete. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this in. Touchdown LSU. Mason Thibodeau. 75. On 1st and 10, Pearson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Operating from the gun, Pearson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Good for another LSU first down.
Looking to throw. Pearson. Setting up the screen to Kelly. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Pearson. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the... On 1st down, Pearson.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
25-yard line.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Pearson. And out across midfield down to the 45. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 1st and 10, LSU.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Pearson. Caught by Avon. So that's the end of regulation here in Santa Clara. This national championship will head into overtime. So overtime looming here to decide it all. Each team will get a possession from the defense's 25-yard line. If the score remains tied after each team has had a possession, we keep going indefinitely until we crown a champion. Throwing on 1st down. Pearson. And this will be incomplete. Your physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. From the gun, Pearson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pearson. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Pearson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Pearson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and aborts the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Pearson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU.
Touchdown, LSU.
On 1st and 10, Pearson.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now they'll run. Murray. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown.
Bring it, baby, bring it.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over?
They changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback. His thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the...
Well,
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and we can win the championship together.
Next year? Let's just focus on getting you healthy. Right.
Yeah.
How could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's going to be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried. It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I going to play? It felt good, telling everyone I was sticking.
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both heartbreak kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, then, show me what you got. Let's go. We might be in for a long season.